Okay, sir. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever everybody is who's joining. Again, one of the precious sessions that we are getting. Again, a concept probably most of us in our astrological studies haven't heard of or studied in our entire astrological journey. The usage of Arudha Padas in Raj Yogas. So, without further ado, I'll hand it back to William, sir, to take us through an enlightening session. Please,
Yeah.
sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. Good days. Just a second. Just do the morning prayers. Hari Om. Gananam Ganapatikum Havamahe Kavim Kavinadulasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashandan Vandirisita Sadanam Prano Bhevi Saraswati Vaje Virvaji Vadi Vinamadatrayadatam Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswate Namaha Sri Guru Namaha Hari Om Om Bhattacharya Tacharya Enna Madhumai Siddhina Vichara Manikya Swami Nirvana Vachi Guru Shukra Hari Krishna Om Bhattacharya Tacharya Kodi Siddhana. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I just had a brief up in my last class about Bhrigupada Dasa. This is a prelude to my Bhrigupada Dasa. So this Bhrigupada is only if you understand Padas correctly, you can go understand the Bhrigupada Dasa. So this is a progression Dasa related to the Padas. So you need to understand a lot about the Padas. So, Gemini has given a lot of sutras are there about how to use Padas. But what I say, it is very, very brief. It does not contain detail. Maybe a little bit on the Arudha Lagna, a little bit on Upapada. Lot about Upapada, he says, rather compared to the Arudha Lagna. Then you can get in many Devakerlam, many Ratnamala, many other things here and there, many other, hints you can pick up. But if you read Bhrigupada, what I say, it is complete. The rules are there, complete how to do it. Because the prediction, the analysis, the understanding of the horoscope is based only on the Ardhapadas. So only if you understand the Ardhapadas, we can go into using the Bhrigupada. Okay, keep everybody mute, sir. When they want to talk, they can unmute themselves. Hmm? Okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
sir, sure. Let me do that.
Oh. I think Ardhapadas, see, generally I'm taking it without exceptions. I think everybody knows how to calculate the Ardhapada. Wherever the planet is moved, how many steps you move it so many other ways. There are some schools which take exceptions for that is up to you. You'll take exceptions. There is something else more deeper I have to tell about exception in class, I will say. But for now, in these things, I'm not using any exceptions. Exception on certain, there are many other aspects I have to tell about when to use exception and Arudha. There's Graha Arudha and Bhava Arudha. Okay, two things, but mostly we are using the Bhava Arudha. Graha Arudha is completely a different dimension of the whole thing. Okay, over it go. Okay. So this is very, very important. Arudha system and Raj Yoga. See, if you look at a particular system, Parasri is given most of the yogas is based on lordship. Okay, lordship. Most of the Raja yogas are Trigona and Akendra Lord joins together. It's a Raja Yoga. Okay, Dana Yoga, the same 2 and 11 conjoins with the 5 and 9, it becomes a Dana Yoga. Then there is Viparita Raja Yoga, okay, and many other Panchapurusha Yoga and Solar Luna Yogas and many other, but mostly Raja Yogas, it's Kendra Kona lots. Okay. Because all okay. Suddenly got unmuted.
Yes, sir. Apologies, I have muted everybody. I think I
Yeah,
muted you also.
yeah. Okay. I think you're hearing me. I just heard this. Okay. So it is very important. If you, I think, put any software, all the yogas are calculated. But in spite of, I think an ordinary horoscope will have 10 yogas. Vedic Yoga, 50% with that. So somebody will have Panchamaha Yoga. Most of the yogas will be there. I think Vesi, Vasi, Upayachari, and Anapasundapa, everybody, mostly one of them will have. But in spite of so many yogas, why is the yogas not working? What is the missing aspect? It's not that Parasari is not told, it is there, but we are not taking it seriously. There is a very, very important system which we don't understand. It's all given in Bhavatna Ratnakaraka, gives something called Bhavat Bhava. See, we understand what Bhavat Bhava. Bhava alone will not give a result. They exactly, if it is a fourth house, fourth from fourth will also give the result. The third house will also give the result. A third from it. Fifth will give the ninth house. The same Bhava principle is used for also the Arudha Padas are based. Graha Arudha Pada or Bhava Arudha Pada, the same thing. What is a planet moves. It is not just a planet moves. It is also what is how much its momentum will decide where it goes and manifests itself. So there are three things. A planet owns a particular bhava. Then it moves. It can be in its own sign or it is moved to a particular bhava. During the movement, there is a momentum. So it does not stop with where it is. What I say, or if you take the lagna, there are three kinds of lagnas. There are mini lagnas, but primarily it is the Janma Lagna. Where the Lagna Lord sits is the Paka Lagna. The reflection from there, it is the Arudha Lagna. Many people do not take the system thinking Arudha Lagna is nothing but it is nothing but what the world sees you. It is just a reflection. So what you are is the Lagna, and maybe what is your potential is the Pada Lagna. But what the world sees you. So it is most of them you just ignore it. I will show you today how important is Arudha. If you do not see Arudha, all the calculations of not yogas alone. Today I'm just talking on yogas. Many things related to negative health, danger, everything in my Gemini class, I've showed you completely how the Arudas can mean for all kind of health issues. I will show you many things which have not spoken, is not there available in many books. I will be telling many more things in class, but two vital things which is never mentioned anywhere in any books, I will explain to you. Okay, three layers. Okay, as I told you, there is something called Bhava, Bhava Lord, and Arudha. Bhava is the static promise, Bhava Lord is the kinetic energy, and Arudha is the manifestation. You will understand very, very carefully. If you miss analyzing the Arudha, you are missing the report. You cannot just look at where the planet moves. An analysis always must be the seed, sap, and the flower. All together only the analysis. If you forget to analyze where the Baba is, see, just like a Bhavat Bhavam is important for every Baba, the fifth house you're analyzing, the ninth also is important. You can't, the third, Baba, the fifth also is important. Same way, when a planet moves, you have to look at the Arudha of it. So it is only complete the house, where the Baba Lord and the Arudha together, you will have to analyze. And what is the meaning of potential? And what is the kinetic energy? And finally, the manifestation. This can change the whole prediction. You have this trio, you will have to understand. There are many intricacies when you see what happens during this aspect. The whole horoscope will change. It's not just on fifth and ninth lord joins together or ninth and 10th lord combines together. If you look at ninth and 10th lord combines, let's say in the 10th or the 11th or in a trinal houses, immediately, okay, the house lord, the nakshatra lord, many other aspects are there. There's something more. The basic, I'm not going intricate into the nakshatra or the varga. That's a different dimension manifestation. But something very more basic, just to understand Rasi chart itself is very important. The fifth and ninth lord or the Dharma Karma Yoga, ninth and 10th lord combination, let's say in the 11th house or in the 10th house, is a very big Rajyoga. But you will see many horoscopes, it does not keep. Because there is something else more missing. If you do not take the Arudha Pada of the 9th and 10th lord where they are moving, you will miss the whole picture. That can change the whole sequence. But this is how I explained to you. So if you understand, and same, an ordinary combination might give a Raj Yoga, or a normal yoga can manifest as a Raj Yoga. This is the crux we will go through. So two identical things, the whole thing changes because of the Arudha Pada. Okay, generally, what the Arudha Padas are, Arudha Lagna, the Dhanapada, the Kosharudha, the Vikramapada, Matripada, Mantrapada, Shatrupada, Dharapada, Ashtamapada, Bhakyapada, Rajyapada. Now, I think Rajyapada is very, very important for Rajayakas. Labhapada, Upapadas for marriage. So this Rajyapada, where the A10 falls, I think the A9, A5, A9, A10 is very, very important for Raj Yoga. Where 8 and falls becomes extremely very, very important. It's just not the 10th Lord. It's just not the Karaga Graha, not the Karaga Bhava. The Arudha Pada, where it falls, is extremely very important. In a Raja Yoga, this A5, A9, A10, where it falls, with whom it contacts and connects, what strength it is about all the Raja Yoga. If you do not see this layer, you are missing a very, very important. You just look at the 9th and 10th Lord for Raja Yoga. Maybe you look at Sun and 9th, 10th. Okay. You look at some people, you think really become the chief minister, prime minister, or anything, and then he doesn't look like, but he becomes. Where you miss this, you've not analyzed the Arudha paths. Okay. A very important aspect in, okay, let me go, this is too early. Okay, so 4 dimensions of reading an Arudha, where it falls, its strength, its association, and from the other lagnas. Other lagnas, we are not going to Hora, Katika, and all these kind of Pada lagna and all that. We're just seeing these 3 lagnas only. Okay, it's very important, Janma lagna. Then we see the Paka lagna, the Arudha lagna. For now, even Paka lagna, you forget. So this Arudha lagna is only very, very important. So you have Bhavas, there is Bhava Lords, and there is Arudas, or you can take it as also Arudha Lords. So 3 concepts are very, very important, the static, kinetic, and the manifestation. Okay, this next, I'll introduce you to a very, very important aspect, Ucha Nicha of the Arudas. So look at this particular table. When Sun is in these 2 houses, it will be, Sun is just in Sagittarius or Gemini. It will be in his Ucha Arudha. Okay. Moon is in Sagittarius and Gemini, it will be in Uchara. So just this placement of these planets in these houses, it will put them in an exaltation. So it is not simply Sun in Sagittarius and Gemini, or Mars is in Sagittarius and Gemini, or Jupiter is in Taurus or Scorpio. All of them will be in the exaltation Arudas. So understand this very, very carefully. It is not simple Saturn is in a Gemini, Sagittarius, or what is Gemini is friendly to Saturn and Sagittarius is neutral to Saturn. No, it will be in his Ucha Arudha. So it is very, very important when a planet falls in a sign. Yes, the planet's strength is very important, but if the Arudha falls in his Ucha Arudha, and if it is also 5, 9, 10 houses, the whole picture changes. And imagine, okay, it's also connected with a 5, 9, 10 Lord or a Lagna Lord. The whole picture changes. And not necessarily 5, 9, 10. It can fall in 6, 8, 12, but connected with an exalted planet or with a 5, 9. Different variations are there. So the first most important thing you must understand is, it's not the strength of a planet in a bhava, the strength of the Arudha Pada. It can fall in a Ucha side. Okay, I want you to know if anybody has doubts on this, is a very, very important aspect. Not mentioned in any books. This is part of my analysis. So this Ucha Arudha aspect is very, very important.
So how it is calculated, sir? What?
Nothing, simple. Just move, say Sun is in Sagittarius. No, from Leo, if you put Sun is in Sagittarius, where will the Arudha fall?
For 5 houses from there.
It will fall in Aries. If Sun is in Gemini, it is 11 houses from itself. So where will it fall? It will fall in Aries, right?
Okay. Understood, sir.
So the same for every other. Only take the Bhava correctly.
One question, sir.
Yes.
How to ascertain the strength of the Arudha? On what is the criteria for strength of the Arudha?
I didn't get you. What?
How to assess the strength of the Arudha?
No, where it falls. No, which Bhava it has fallen.
But other criteria? Any other criteria?
Yes. There are a lot of criteria. Same. See, just treat it as a normal planet. How will you analyze a normal planet? The Bhava. Okay, the association, the aspect, everything. No, just exactly the same thing. Okay. Just treat it like a planet. That's all. However you treat a planet, treat it like a planet.
Whether it is placed in a trine, Whether it
Yes,
is
everything normal, just like a planet. Just treat it like a planet. It's just not a. It's not a shadow or reflection. It is exactly you. You can treat it like a planet.
okay,
Who is
okay,
it? So see, this is the biggest secret. The Arudha of the 10th Lord conjoins with the 9th Lord, with the 5th Lord, with an exalted planet, with two benefics. 5, 9, and 10 lords are associated with many planets. The 1, 5, 9, 10 lords are not associated with any planets, associated planets, exalted with Swakshetra exaltation planet, or the Arudhas themselves are falling in exaltation signs. All this is only Raja Yoga. Not what I say, where you simply look at the Sthana Lord sitting, where the Baba Lord sitting is not important. The Arudhas must fall in its exaltation sign. Okay. Or it must, the sign Lord of the Arudha must be well placed. It's not necessary. See, there are three aspects. These can fall in exaltation signs. I'll come to one by one because they ask me, I'm saying. Let's say the Arudha falls in a particular sign. It can be conjoined with a planet in own sign or exaltation sign, or that particular Lord can be well placed in a sign which is exalted. So just treat it, that particular Arudha is whatever you want to see. Let's say for now, Raja Yoga we are seeing. So the AL, the 5th, 9th, 10th, which house it falls, what is the association, what is aspects, whether it is there with an exalted planet, or it is there with a planet is own sign, or its Lord is in a powerful sign. This is what you will have to understand the Arudha of.
okay, okay, understood.
Yeah, so this is, so on very important aspect is Arudha can fall in its Ucha Arudha. So these houses is very, very important. So usually Jupiter and Taurus. Jupiter and Taurus is treated very ordinarily. Okay, it is an enemy sign, so it may not give good results. For Pisces, Jupiter moves 3 steps, so its Arudha will fall in Cancer. So Jupiter is exalted. It is an Ucha Arudha. So the 3 manifestations, you understand. The promise, whatever the lordship of the Lagna it is, where it falls, there's its kinetic energy, and the full complete manifestation is in where the Arudha falls. So the final picture, what it emerges is the exaltation side. So that can change the whole picture. So immediately when you look at a horoscope, you have to find out the Arudha in what strength it is. So it's very, very important, the strength of the Arudha. Then the association, contact, everything else. So same way, okay. The special thing of Mercury, it will have, Mercury Virgo is its exaltation, one sign, Murak Tarigana, Ucharudha. So let's say if you do not take the exception, Mercury falls in the 7th house, Arudha will again fall back to its own side. So Mercury, which looks like exaltation, and finally is already the very strange aspects for Mercury alone. Mercury's Arudha, if you take it, it is Nietzsche. So initially you will see weakness, but the same Mercury will give exceptional. Why Albert Einstein or many people with Mercury Nietzsche see him to, if the Kanya is a good lordship sign, you will see for Einstein, no? It is Nietzsche. Why Nietzsche Mercury does not show any Nietzsche Mercury? He did. He was having the forgetfulness, everything, but he went on to be an exceptional person. Why? Because the Arudha will fall back in its exaltation also in Mulatrikana. So I'm just giving you one hints about the whole thing. Okay, we'll go. Okay, same thing. A planet has Ucha Arudha. There is Neecha Arudha. So you have to be very, very careful. A Sun in Virgo will fall in Neecha Arudha. A Sun in Pisces will fall in Neecha Arudha. Moon in Virgo Pisces will fall in Neecha Arudha. Mars in Pisces Virgo will fall in Neecha Arudha. So you have to know it is not the normal exaltation debilitation. The planet in these bhavas is it falling in Ucha or Neecha Arudha is very, very important to understand the manifestation of a planet. Okay.
But Jupiter, we are saying Aquarius is a Nietzsche Arudha, sir.
No. You take it, what I say, Pisces. See, take Pisces. Okay. If Jupiter from Pisces, if it is in Leo, where is Arudha fall? 6 houses. Okay, where will it fall? 6 houses again, Capricorn. It is okay, Pisces, Jupiter. If it falls in Aquarius, what is the meaning? It will fall in Neecha Arudha, right? Jupiter in Aquarius is a very, very strange and funny
in
aspect.
Vijay's horoscope, it is in
Not
Aquarius.
Vijay's horoscope alone. You have it in Narendra Modi's horoscope, and you have it in Rajnikant's horoscope also.
Yeah, many people have this.
But they also have Moon and Mars together also.
Okay.
All three of them, Moon Mars combination, a Chandramangala Yoga with Jupiter in Aquarius.
Okay.
But Vijay's horoscope his horoscope is not clearly manifested in the D1 chart. It is a Viparita Rajaga horoscope, typically Viparita horoscope, but there are other secrets hidden in the chart. Yes, Tanmay.
But if there is a exchange of planets in the Rasi
I'll
chart,
come. There is, in fact, next chapter I'll be telling about exchange. But okay, you're asking me about the Rasi exchange.
yeah, if there is a Rasi exchange, then do we consider the
Yes.
after the exchange or before the exchange?
Both, before and after, both.
Okay.
An exchange is always what it starts and next what it forms. No. Like a Nicha Banga. A Nicha Banga, it will give you the Nicha results. Not that the Nicha will become very, very good. It will give you Nicha and then it will also show you the Banga. A person has a disability. Okay, that is Nicha. That will not change. He will not become exceptional. But the disability itself, he'll get a job because of disability. That is Nicha Banga, right? I have a disability. It is Nicha Banga. So the disability itself will give me a job. So it doesn't mean the Nicha is lost. But the Nicha itself has become the asset. Okay, so as important as what is very important when you say Arudha, as important Ucha Arudha, you have to look at Nisha Arudha. So this can change the whole equation. Very, very important. You can change exceptionally. I will tell you about the Arudha Lagna. Is the Arudha Lagna, which is the key for us. Is the Arudha Arudha Lagna falling in Ucha Arudha or Nicha Arudha? Or it is falling 6, 8, 12, or it's associated with benefics. Where it falls, very, very important. See, the secret of analysis, it's not just with the Bhava lords, not a simple combination of two Bhava lords, Kendra, Kona, 2 and 11. What gives Dana Yoga? It's 2 and 11 with 5 and 9, or 5 lord in 9, or 9 lord in 2, or something like that. If you do not look at the Arudha Pada, you miss a complete picture of analysis. Only after this, you can go into the Nakshatra, you can go into the many Vargas, all that. That will be a different layer. But the Rasi chart itself has so much to decode. Only after doing all this, then you should go into the Varga chart, the respective Varga chart. If you do not, that is like a finer tune. But you do not understand the Rasi chart properly itself, and where is the question of looking at the Varga chart?
Sir, one
Okay. Yes, sir.
one more question. Suppose any Arut Pada is placed with the Amatya Karak or Atma Karak or
Yes, all that will show. What I say, you have to take everything else. Not the Lord itself can have a very good. It can be the Atma Karaga, right?
yes.
See, but then you make a big difference. What is the difference between a Bhava Lord and a Jaimini Karaga Lord? What is the difference? What is the difference between a Lagna Lord and Atma Karaga? What is the difference? What is the difference between the 10th Lord and Amitya Karaga? What is the difference? Tell me. There are 3 things, right? Bhava Lords, okay, Naisirgika Karaga, and then Jaimini Karaga. So 3 things are there. So first, you must know what is all these 3 things, right? What is the difference? Tell me. What is the difference between all these 3? Or, okay, let us not go too much into all that. What is a Lagna Lord? What is Atma Karaka? Difference. If only then you will understand the yoga aspects. See, the Atma Karaka is the consciousness. Everything in Gemini is about spiritualism. The planet's degrees is the consciousness of a planet. A planet can be Nietzsche, but can still be the Atma Karaka. But the strength of the planet is not the Karakatvam of the planet. A planet in 28 degrees, it does not mean a planet is strong. It is consciously aware. So whatever is the Karakatvam planet, it is unfolded very, very nicely. But it can be in its Uchasthana and still in 28. It can be in its Nichasthana and still be in 28. So it depends. Its strength is the Sthana and its consciousness is in the degree. So Jaimini Karaka is more about the consciousness of the planet. So that is very important when understanding. So naturally, A5, the Atma Karaka, Amitya Karaka, all that is very, very important. But must understand it's more, rather than a Raja Yoga, you are conscious about that aspect. The Atma Karaka, sitting with an exalted planet, it gives you the ability for developing that particular aspect only. The Bhava Lord is very important. And the Arudha Lord is only very important in manifestation of yoga. Your awareness of the planet is very high when a planet is in very high degree. When it is low degree, whatever regarding the planet, its consciousness is very less. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, this I have spoken to you all. Now let's move on. So the first thing we'll have to see is Ucha and Nicha placements. Arudas in 6, 8, 12. So very, very important where the Arudas are falling. The Bhava Arudha can fall in 6, 8, 12. It can be Nicha, it can be Ucha. So where it falls, I'll come to one. The combination, all that, I'll come. Okay. This I've already told you last class in particular example. For people who have not attended, I'll explain. Aquarius Lagna, a Gajageshri Yoga, falling in the 7th house. Okay, Jupiter, Moon in the 7th house. So it is generally good, right? 2nd and 11th Lord with Moon, maybe 6th Lord in the 7th house. In Sun's house, okay, we have to look at the Sun's house. But if you simply look at the Arudha, Jupiter for 2nd Lord Jupiter will fall in Capricorn, Nicha Arudha. And Moon in Leo will fall in Virgo, the 8th house. So though Moon and Jupiter is in the 7th house, where the Arudha falls, one is Nicha and the 12th house and another falls in the 8th house. So if you just look at the planetary combination alone, it will give you one picture. But if you dissect it and see the Arudha, the complete layer where it fully manifests, the whole picture changes. So it is very, very important. If you do not see the Arudha Padas, it's an incomplete picture of analyzing a horoscope. Okay. This is what. Okay. Next, we will come to a very, very important. In my class on Parivartana, I have spoken about different Parivartanas. This I have not spoken. It is not only the Rasi Parivartana. There are many other Parivartanas available in the chat. Okay. Today, I will tell you a Parivartana involving, again, this is not there in any book or anything. Okay. A Parivartana of the Arudha Lords. This is a very, very important aspect in yoga. It is where the Parivartana happens between two Arudha Lords. So I think you all understand what is the Parivartana between Arudha Lords. Okay. Jupiter moves to not to Mars's house, but to the Arudha of Mars. And Mars does not sit in Jupiter's house, but its Arudha falls in Jupiter's house. So the sthana is, the signs do not have Parivartana, but the Arudas have Parivartana. So this is a very, very important aspect, right? And the two Arudas have. So I will show you. So this is, again, the usual Arudha can happen between trinal family. It can happen between 3 and 11. So it's a fixed, 1 and 5. It can happen between Dusthana Lord. It can happen depending on which houses are forming the Parivartana. It is very, very important about the yoga. So this is explained. I've given you the all possible 12 mirrors are there where it can happen. Scorpio Pisces, Cancer Pisces, Taurus Capricorn, Leo Sagittarius. These are all Parivartana can happen. I hope you all understand this correctly. Any doubts on this? See, simple. Look at one simple example I will tell. I have one chart also example. When if Jupiter and Mars conjoins in Capricorn, what happens? Where will, for Scorpio Lagna, the CEO of, I think Google has this combination. I have this chart also. As a last example, I'll show you this chart. So Mars's mode, how many steps? 3 steps, exalted. Where Arudha will fall in Pisces. So Pisces, Jupiter, where it falls? It is Nicha Arudha. Okay, you will say Nicha Banga. But where it falls, 11th house from itself, it will fall in Scorpio. So what happens? Mars is in Jupiter's sign, Arudha, and Jupiter is in Mars sign, Arudha. So not only Jupiter and Mars are conjoined, both the Arudas are in Parivartana. Okay, right. So you must know how many possible ways this will happen. So I've just calculated every other possible ways where this parivartana will happen. This is a very, very big parivartana Raj Yoga, not between sthana. It is in between the pada. And you must understand how it is happening. It is happening 3 and 11. And it's involving, let's say if it is Scorpio Lagna, it's involving first house and fifth house. I have an example, a chart also. I will show it after this shows. Of a celebrity who has this. So this becomes a very, very powerful Raja. Before we even go into the other aspects, these two important aspects you need to go before we go into the other aspects of Raja Yoga, of Arudha Padas. That you all might be have seen it, but this is very, very important. Okay. I hope you all understand this. Any doubts on this? Sanjeev ji?
Sir, I mean, I've understood, I've not digested, because I'm just trying to simplify it. Just suppose A3 falls in a Rashi in the fifth Rashi.
No, not that way. See, a planet,
Okay.
see, simple, just two things. What I say, two planets are involved. Let's say Moon and Jupiter is involved.
And
Moon
Moon's
is
Arudha falls in Jupiter's Rashi
Jupiter's
and Jupiter's Arudha.
that's simple as that. Moon is not in Jupiter's house. Jupiter is not in Moon's house. Both the Arudhas fall in each other's houses. That's all.
Understood, sir.
So what I say, it lands up there. So this is a very, very important parivartana involving Arudha Pada. I've seen this in many horoscopes. I'll show you one of the biggest celebrity, Google CEO. I think it's Jeff Bezos. I think his name is. I get confused between him and the other. I'll show you. What he has it very good. Huh?
Sundar Pichai.
No, the another one.
That one is Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, I have his horoscope. I'll show you. Many people I've shown. I have some 10 horoscopes for you all. We'll discuss. So this is a very, very important aspect. So I've given you. So for you all to do it. Anyway, when analyzing, you can understand. But for a quick analysis, what two bhavas? So Scorpio and Pisces means it's going to be Mars and Jupiter. Cancer and Pisces is going to be Moon and Jupiter. Taurus and Capricorn is going to be Saturn and Venus. These two can be, when they exchange houses, can be there. So 12 mirrors, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All these combinations can have. See how many possible parivartanas can happen. So you should not miss this particular combination. It's just not two Arudhas falling. It can fall in Nicha, Ucha Arudha. It can fall in it can involve a parivartana between the two lords. Yes, Sanjeev.
Sir, in the Bhrigu system, do we take the exceptions in calculating Arudha?
Again, I leave it to the audience. So if they want to research exceptions, I've seen K. N. Rao does not take, but Sanjay Rath takes. B. Raman does not take. So I've asked a lot of this Arudhas experts are andhra astrologers. They are the experts in Gemini astrology. None of them take. 90% nobody takes. I know some big experts, I've spoken to them, everything, nobody takes. But there is some secret in exception why it is taken. We'll take it as a big discussion. There is some mathematics also involved why it is taken.
Right.
And I'll show you some charts also when we will do a rectification with Arudhas. I have some 3 charts. I will show you the end of the class. Rectification, a normal rectification, but with Arudhas, the rectification becomes better. Where is the Lagna? 2 Lagnas. Okay, I will show you. Vivekananda's chart, Queen Elizabeth's chart, and Aishwarya's chart. Each is moving in 1 minute. The Lagna changes. Okay, normally we will look at it. But when you see the Arudha Pada, it becomes so clear. So then you will understand how important is Arudha Padas. We can use it for rectifications. Yes, Sharat.
Namaste, sir. So,
Namaste,
two things. One is, as you said about the Padas, I followed your system after the Gemini, sir. I mean, I had vaguely ideas about the Padas, but after I attended 2 years ago your Gemini class, that Padas, whatever you have thought, it is working perfectly all right, sir. Maybe for the audience also I'm telling, so just for the testifying, that works extraordinarily good the way you have taught us, sir.
I didn't teach exception in that.
And that is one thing. And second thing is this is the more advanced version, missing or filling gaps, sir.
A lot of updates, right? No, that was a Gemini because too many has to be taught. So Arudha was just an introduction. No. So this complete section is only an Arudha. The whole class Bhrigu is only if you understand Arudhas, you can understand the progression, the timing. So if you do not understand how to analyze a horoscope based on Arudhas, where is the question of timing? So that is the most. Gemini had many. We go to the Argala, we go to Karagam, so we go to Karaga, Yoga, and so many. So there's just one. I just gave a briefer. So this will have a detailed aspects. Hardly 3-4 books is only there. I think C.S. Patel has written a book and 2-3 others.
Yes,
I think
sir.
no exclusive is not there. This class will have more than Indian literature is available, and in the main session, some more aspects I'll cover. Here itself
is complicated, sir. I mean, basic level can't understand about the CS, but maybe after this we may understand. I tried it, and it's very complicated.
No, it's understand the basics. See, that's very important. So, to this class, I just wanted to teach you 2 things: the Ucha Nicha Arudha, and the next is the Parivartana involved. There's one more other important aspect also. Yes, Reva, tell me.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
I have a question. Now you said Sagittarius. So from Virgo, if Mercury goes to Sagittarius, it goes to Nicha sign. That I understood.
Yes.
2 things. It aspects its own sign through Gemini, and then second, if we take for Gemini, then it is favorable, right? Because it comes back to Gemini only if it's in Sagittarius. So for So for Gemini, it's good, but for Pisces, it's
yes. It's because it owns 2 things. For one, it is different. For the other, it gives a totally different things. For all Arudas, like for Sun and Moon, they only one house. But when you look at the Aruda Padas, for one Pada, it will be different. For another Pada, it will be different. It will give a totally different picture. As far as these 2 only is concerned, when I'm talking about Parivartana and Ucha Nicha Arudha. So that Bhava alone is strengthened or weakened. Not the other Arudha. It can be an Ucha Arudha, but it is not both the signs will become Ucha. It is only that one single sign will be Nicha and Ucha. Understand very carefully. Okay. It is not that because in a normal sign, our exalted planets, both the signs are exalted. But in Arudha Pada, both are not Nicha or Ucha. Only that particular single sign becomes Ucha or Nicha. Example I will tell you. Let's say Jupiter is in Aquarius, right? Jupiter is in Aquarius, so Pisces is Nicha. Sagittarius is not Nicha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you must make a big difference in this. It is not immediately because it's Nicha Arudha, both the signs does not become Nicha.
So if Pisces is like let's say for Capricorn, it's not a good lordship.
So that is
it becomes a Viprit Raja, right?
Yeah. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
So these 2 concepts. Okay. Then the Bhava overlay, the strength is where it falls. The Parivartana, is it falling in a Kendra? Whether it's falling in if it is in 2 and 11, if it happens, it is Dhanasthana. Where it falls becomes, when the Parivartana can involve an exaltation. It can involve a friendly sign. It can involve an own sign. It can involve a Nicha sign. So all this must be taken. Okay. So what I say, it can happen. So which are the signs it follows? It's not like the normal Parivartana can only involve 2 own signs. Here, this can fall in anything. It can fall into Ucha, it can fall into Nicha, it can fall in 6, 8, 12. So which house and what strength, all that matters for us. Okay. So understand this, very, very important. So this can happen like AL A9, AL A5, AL A10, or A9, A10. All these possible aspects of the Parivartana can involve 2 trinal houses, can involve 3 in 11, which many other aspects can be there. Okay, this is Larry Page. Sorry, Larry Page. Who's Larry Page?
So Larry Page is from Google.
Google, right? So, yeah. This is the example I told you. So an example of, look at, so if you look at, Mars, no? See his horoscope. Very, very interesting. We'll go into the other aspects, but see, Mars, Lagna Lord Mars is exalted. Not only exalted, the Arudha will fall in the 5th house. Right? Agreed? Where's his Mars? So where's Arudha Lagna? Arudha Lagna, I will come to how important is Arudha Lagna, I will teach you. But now, just understand the Parivartana Lord. Mars's Arudha is in Pisces. Jupiter's Arudha is in Scorpio. So the fifth lord in the Lagna in the fifth house. But both of them, the planets are conjoined in the third, and the Arudas are sitting in the 1 and 5. See this Raja Yoga of a very different type. See this, I can go on and on if I break this. So I'm just giving you all a hint. This horoscope itself is a very big hint. You have to develop it. See, the Lagna Lord and the fifth Lord are conjoined in the third house. This is already a Guru Mangala Yoga. Okay, but where are the Arudas falling? The Lagna Lord and fifth Lord are exchanged signs. Lagna Lord and eighth come to their own sign. They're conjoined, but the Arudas are falling in 1 and 5. So the Lagna Lord goes to the fifth house, and the fifth house becomes the AL, and the fifth Lord comes and sits in the Lagna. Many other aspects I will come to it. If I have to teach you the AL, where is the AL? What is it? So Mars and Jupiter in the 11th. Okay, wait, I will not go. We'll only look at the Parivartana aspect. Okay. Next thing we will go in. Okay, now we will move into next Raja Yoga. After that, we see the Ucha Arudha, Parivartana. In Arudha, the biggest Raja Yoga formation is the strength, association, and the position of the AL. It's very, very important. When you look into the horoscope, where does the AL fall? This is the most important aspect in seeing a Raja Yoga. It's not the Lagna. See, Lagna is very important. In all horoscope, the highlight of the horoscope is the Lagna. Where is the Lagna? But that alone will not define. It is very, very important to know where is the Arudha Lagna. There is something else between. You have to understand where is the Paka Lagna. The Paka Lagna will be the kinetic energy. The Lagna is the static energy, and the manifestation energy is in the Arudha Lagna. So 3. But okay, we will stick today to Arudha Lagna. So I'll just show you how important is an Arudha Lagna. A strong Arudha Lagna itself, the chart's primary Raja Yoga. So where can the Arudha Lagna fall? The Arudha Lagna can fall in the 5th, 9th. It can fall in a house. It can fall in a Uchasthana. It can combine with A5, A9. It can combine with the 5th Lord, 9th Lord. It can fall in 6, 8, 12. See, it has by itself, it can fall in different levels. So, in what strength, which bhava, and what combination is very important of the Arudha. So, this is a strong EL, the 3 convergence of 3 Lagnas, the dispositor. Maybe Arudha falls in a particular sign, and that particular Lord is exalted, or it is well placed, or it is combined with which Pada Lord. AL is where A5, A9, A10 is combined. Okay, or the normal yogas, Lakshmi, Shubha, Namaka, Vahana, Srimanta Yoga. These are all Bhrigu yogas, very importantly used. So a powerful AL, where is the AL strength? This becomes very, very important. So it can happen like this. AL conjoined with exalted Jupiter, AL with exalted Sun. So what with AL can be with an exalted planet. So this can change the whole combination. The first yoga is AL with an exalted planet or an own sign planet. So it can be a Nicha sign. So where the AL falls first step. Second, with what planet it combines. Anybody, I will tell you, AL is with a strong planet. Okay, that is the biggest yoga in the horoscope. And especially if it is combining with an exalted or own sign planet or 2 benefits. Or the 5th, 9th, 10th Lord, that is a Raja Yoga. AL with 1, 5, 9 Lords, or what I say, with an exalted planet, or with 2 benefics. AL combining with any planets, even malefic planets, is very powerful. So AL must be in strength. Its sthana, its combination, good house. So this itself becomes a very, very powerful. I will show you all celebrity charts over. You can check up. You will always see the AL being very, very powerful. One of the biggest starting Raja Yogas is the strength of the AL.
Sir, one example, sir. If a AL is fall with the exalted planet, but planet is a 8th Lord or 6th Lord or 12th Lord, and also with the malefic.
See, 2 things. We'll have to take all that into account, naturally. Okay. But what you'll understand is, let's say AL is with the 6th Lord, exalted 6th Lord.
Yes.
So what is 6th house for? We have, see this, I don't know, for some reason, this Indian astrology, 6th house, 8th house, 12th house is negative. So we are either taught this, what is it, white or black. Either something is bad or something is good. We never look at the good side of a negative house. 6th house is what is it, a policeman. It's an army officer. It is a doctor. It is an advocate. All these are 6th house. 8th house is insurance, inherited money. A combination in 8th house means it's not lost. There is many things related to 8th house, which is yoga, many things related to 6th house, which is yoga. And many, let's say 12th lord, somebody who is very successful abroad. So even me, I was also like this. When I started astrology, 6, 8, 12 houses, a planet conjoined with 6, 8, 12, it is doomed. A planet in 6, 8, 12, it is doomed. Even a Nietzsche planet, I've seen giving so much of Raj Yoga. See, this, I will tell you my experience. Never treat 6, 8, 12 outs as negative. It is also a way, an opportunity. The opportunity is through that 6, 10, 8, 12. Treat it that way. Don't read 6, 8, 12 as negative. Then your whole prediction fails, stops. You are not, what is it, going beyond. So you see, we are always having the mindset, okay, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. This is fit analysis. We don't understand even a particular, okay, for a beginning, we say 6, 8, 12 is Dustana Bhavas. But what I say, you will see many professions, doctors, you will see 10th lord and 6th house, well placed. It's a doctor. 6th and 8th lord in the 10th house, a doctor. Or you will see an army of officers, you will always see. This is a very typical combination you will see. Does not mean 10th lord and 6th house, this guy is lost. 10th lord in 6th, 10th lord in 8th is 11th from, or the 9th from the 10th. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So what is it? Okay, I agree. So what happens if the, let's say the Arudha is malefic to it and the sthana is bad, many other aspects to it, it can accordingly modify the results. But it can be also, let's say both are friendly. It is combined with the 6th lord who is friendly in a good side. He will gain through it. Maybe he's a challenging person. He can be a very challenging person, or his job is very challenging, or he is in a field, like a policeman. 6th lord is Mars. Both are friends. Jupiter and Mars are conjoined. Mars is the 6th lord. So he is a protector. So he's always fighting. Right? So 6, 8, 12, in certain conditions, when it's weak and afflicted, it can be weak. But there are many aspects. The 6, 8, 12 itself can be a big game. Because I've given my example. I used to see first 10 years of my in astrology, I always used to treat 6, 8, 12 is bad, Nietzsche is bad. Now then I updated with okay, Viparita Raj Yoga. But then even that was not enough. Then I learned no, 6, 8, 12 by itself can have many aspects. All the planets sitting in the 12th house, you are sitting abroad. 6, 8 out, you're a doctor or medical, or you're in the you're in a chemical field, or your field only depends. Doesn't mean a planet is actually spoiled. Okay, Avartanji.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Ji.
Yeah. You mentioned about the exalted planet with Arudha, and what about the debilitated planet?
Yeah, I spoke about debilitation also.
Okay.
Either what I say, a planet can fall in its Ucha Arudha or Nicha Arudha. And Nicha Arudha, naturally, which house where it falls, you will have to understand. So its power to manifest itself becomes weak. Again,
no, I mean to say the Arudha Lagna itself with the debilitated planet.
Yes, it can be there. So what I say, it can only manifest in a kind of weakened state, right? Or what I say, it's associated with what I say, it does not get the support. The immediate support for manifesting itself, it is not going to get. Let's say simple, the logic is going to be reversed. If Arudha Lagna falls in Mesha with exalted sun, right? Let's say what is a Sagittarius Lagna, Jupiter is in Aquarius. So where will the Arudha Lagna fall? It will fall in Mesha. Let's say two situations. It is there with the exalted sun, or it is with Nicha Saturn. What is the difference? You tell me. If a Jupiter Arudha Lagna falls with exalted Sun in one case, in another case of the same chart, it is there with Saturn, Nietzsche Saturn. What does it mean?
Yeah, there is a reverse.
You can see, when it's an exalted planet, it is what I say, immediately gets the energy, it manifests itself in the ninth Lord Sun's aspect. Nietzsche, it is going to feel very restrained, weak, lack of inferiority complex, all that is going to be there. Though Jupiter in the 5th house and the Martian house, it is good. Right, Sagittarius, Jupiter, and another it falling in the trinal house is good. But which planet it associates can change the whole picture.
We have to consider also lordship of that planet.
Lordship, aspect, everything. Just like how you will treat the Lagna Lord. Just normal, just like a Baba Lord. You treat all the roles just like the normal. Lagna Lord, how will you analyze? Lagna Lord sits in a house, no? You treat everything else, no? The sign Lord, the dispositor, the aspect, the conjunction, nakshatra, everything you can take. So in this, the Raja Yoga is very, very important. The AL is the position of AL is in a Kendra, Kona, 211, 6, 8, 12 is Nietzsche, whose associate becomes extremely very, very important.
Sir, it can be, I mean, it will be manifested as for like physical level, mental level. It is how we have to differentiate.
No, you understand it is like what is how it is going to blossom. The start, see this, you must know the difference. What is the difference between a Bhava, where the Bhava Lord sits, and finally the Arudha is how it manifests itself. So the manifestation is the Arudha. Okay. So there are 3 levels. It can have a good lordship. The position of the Bhava can be very nice, but the manifestation can be weak or bad. So you might have the potential, what I say, you have all the wherewithal and support and everything, but finally you cannot, if the Arudha is not falling properly, you cannot, what I say, exhibit yourself properly. You have everything, but unable to exhibit. You might not have, the planet, the Lord is not well placed, but the Arudha is well placed. You may not have the talents, but you do a very good exhibition. Many people who are not very talented are very recognized, right? You mean to say every successful person is very talented? Many people with very little talent, especially politicians, are doing very well, right?
Yeah.
Because all the famous people, you mean to say all famous people, popular people are talented people with a lot of potential. So why all the famous people are not talented? Not because the Arudha is nice. The Bhava Lord is not well placed. It is very rare when the Bhava Lord is also well placed, and the Arudha is a talented person is also gets his due recognition. But not always, right? So it is enough if the Arudha is fine. You are successful. You are successful without your potential. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So this I've explained to you all. Okay. Okay, let's many of us different thing what I spoke to you. We'll go into okay, I think we'll go. I will show you 3, 4 I've already showed you all in the first class. I don't want to repeat it again, though it is one of my the best examples of Bill Gates horoscope. Bill Gates horoscope, Gemini Lagna with Arudha Lagna. Mercury is in the 4th house. So the Arudha will fall in the 4th and 4th from it. So the Arudha is Sagittarius for Bill Gates. So he had 3 planets in the 11th from Arudha. Okay, one of the best. But okay, now let's come for this. That was always my best example for Arudha. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Okay, where is the Lagna? Lagna is Aquarius. Where is the Lagna Lord? Is in the 9th house exalted. So he's a spiritual person, very, very clear from the Lagna Lord itself. It is a Paka Lagna also. Okay, let's see from the Arudha Lagna. Okay, so where will the Arudha Lagna fall? The
5th house. 5th house.
9th from itself. Right? 9th from itself. So you must understand that is it moves 9. Naturally, the same number of combination it will fall. Where does it fall? It falls in Gemini. What is sitting there? Jupiter is sitting there. Okay. And where is the Arudha Lagna falling? Where is Arudha Lagna? It's in the 9th house. Okay, what is 5th from Arudha? Saturn. What Upasaka he was? He was praying to who? Saturn. Saturn in the 5th house, exalted. What is it? Is it clear? And see, now you tell me, from the Lagna Lord, Saturn exalted 9th. Explains very well. See, where is the Arudha Lagna Lords fall where Jupiter is? He's a divine person. Where is the Arudha Lagna Lord? Falls in the 9th house. And see the 9th house, how many planets? Sun, Moon, Mercury. And see exalted Venus in the 10th house. He was a worshipper of Devi. Either you can take Saturn in the 5th house. 5th Lord Saturn is exalted in the 12th house. Now, if you miss the Arudha Lagna, you are missing a very important layer in the horoscope. If you simply stop with Lagna Lord exalted in the 9th, how you want to say, or Arudha Lagna falls where Jupiter is sitting, and the Arudha Lagna is 9th from itself, you want to say. Even if you see Upasana, if you see from the Lagna Lords, Jupiter is there in the 5th house. But it's better understood from the Arudha Lagna, Saturn is there in the 5th house. So if you look at the Upasana Devata, is it what is if you combine from Lagna and Arudha Lagna only, you will get the correct picture of reading the chart. Okay? Clear?
Very nice.
Okay, let's go into one more aspect. Okay, this is Mark Zuckerberg. Who's Mark Zuckerberg? Forgot. He's one of the CEOs of something.
Facebook.
Nietzsche. Right. Okay. Look at his horoscope. Okay, where is the Arudha? Tell me. Arudha Lagna. Okay, Lagna, just like what is Donald Trump, similar Lagna with Sun and Rahu in the 10th house, right? So a 10th from it, it falls here. Now Saturn is his Arudha. Where is Saturn now? See, he starts from Lagna itself to an extent has Rajakas, but look at it from
Saturn is 9th from there, exalted.
Exalted. Okay, it is exalted. So you can see it is Arudha Lagna is exalted in 9th from itself with Moon, Mars, and Saturn. You can, if you want to look at the PK already is joined. Is it PK is joined in the 3rd house, or is it in the 9th from A? Okay, then look at what's the 11th house. Jupiter is not just 5th from the Lagna, it is in the 11th from Lagna. Okay, look at the whole horoscope now. And now I'm only talking about Lagna. Lagna, Arudha Lagna Lord exalted. There in previous horoscope, Arudha Lagna with Jupiter. Here, Arudha Lagna exalted in the 9th from itself, associated with Mars. What is Mars? Mars is the Yoga Karaka of the horoscope.
Yeah.
Right? So Mars and Moon. Moon is the AMK. Mars is the AK. And Saturn is just not the PK. It is the Arudha Lagna. See how powerful is the whole combination. If you look from the Lagna, this is just a 3rd house combination. But here from the Arudha Lagna, Saturn becomes the AK itself. See the whole horoscope when you judge from the Arudha Lagna, the whole picture changes. So it's from the Lagna is after picture. You complete it when you judge it from the Arudha Lagna. Now I'm only giving you the Arudha Lagna aspects. Okay, this is Ratan Tata. Now you tell. Immediately you'll say Lagna Lord is Nietzsche, right? Lagna Lord Nietzsche, and why he is one of the richest men. Okay, maybe he's not married, no family, he was always alone. That is the reason. Okay. But how did he become such a big rich? Jupiter, Nietzsche in his horoscope, and maybe it is Nietzsche Banga Raja, this, that, all this. That's why he's one of the richest person. Simply look back. Arudha Lagna falls where it falls. It falls in the 3rd, conjoined with Mars. Okay, and see the planets, Sun, Mercury, the Lagna, Sun, Mercury, all in the 11th house. And where is Arudha Lagna? First see, where is Arudha Lagna? Aquarius. Where is the Arudha Lagna Lord?
2nd house.
2nd house. So Arudha Lagna Lord in the 2nd, and you see 3 planets in the 11th house, 9th house, Moon. Now what do you want more? Now look at the horoscope without the Arudha Lagna and look at the horoscope with the Arudha Lagna. It becomes so obvious, so very clear. Okay. So first Raja Yoga, where Arudha Lagna falls, is very, very important. If the Arudha Lagna is strong, that is your manifestation in the world. Yes, and then from the Arudha Lagna, look at the whole horoscope. So we have about the image, the inflow. Image is the water hell, the inflow is the 11th from AL, the outflow is the 12th from AL, the architecture, the Kendra and bonus architecture. Okay, the activation is the progression and everything else. So this is, okay, one aspect I'm giving you the Arudha Lagna. But it is not just the Arudha Lagna alone. We have much more. Okay. Now we move into the Arudha, other Arudhas. Okay, it's not the Arudha Lagna alone, no. So it is very, very important we look at the other Arudhas also. So just give me 1 minute, I'll be back. We'll just go into the other. I'll just move it. You keep reading this. Now, how important is the Arudha Lagna? Next, we'll come to the Arudha Padas. So it is very, very important where these Arudhas fall. So there are different combinations of where these Arudhas will fall. Okay. Each Arudha, just like Arudha Lagna, if the A5, A9, A10 conjoins with a own sign planet, exaltation planet with two benefics, that's a powerful planet, or it two things. It can combine with a trinal lord, a Kendra and a trinal lord, or it can combine with the Arudha Pada itself. So two combination it is there. A5, A9 in the 10th house, or AL, A5, A9, all of them where they fall. So the yogas A5, AL, A5, A9, A10, where they fall, which planet they combine, in what strength they are, what association they are. It's very, very important for a Raja to look at this. First, the AL. Yes, the AL is the most important. The planets from the AL is how it is going to be expressed. Now, each power is very important. So look at the AL, A5, A9. For if it is Dana Yoga, it is 2 and 11. The A2 and A11, where they fall. What is the association? Where it is. This becomes very, very important. So the most simplest Dana Yoga I've seen in multiple Warren Buffett's horoscope. We open 3 planets in the 3 from AL. I have umpty number of horoscopes. A powerful planet in the 2nd from AL, 3, a stellium in the 11th from AL. Is seen in most of the billionaires charts. Or AL is very, very strong. AL with Mars, AL with Sun, or the 9th from AL, 5th, 9th from AL, 9th from AL, 10th from AL has powerful planets. Same pattern repeating again. There is a general pattern from Lagna, but from the AL, it becomes very, very clear. It'll be there. So supporting with, it's just not planets from the AL alone matters. You are also, okay, one from the AL where the planets are, but where is the A5, A9, A10 sits is very, very important. Okay, this we'll have to see. So let's say the Graha Arudha combination, Sun plus Jupiter, Mercury plus Jupiter, Mars, Sun. So these kind of powerful combinations. Let's say one of them is A5, A9, A10, A9, and this is there is a combined. Just like AL combines with the planet, any of the Arudha Bhava combines with another planet, another strong planet, or simply combines with the planet. You know, a planet association itself is strength. Of a Bhava Lord being alone or Bhava Lord having a planet is more important. Or the second will be the Sthana Lord or the dispositor being very, very strong. So this becomes very, very important. So if it is Sun, it's authority, Moon is popularity, Mars, it's a warrior, Mercury is the intellect, Jupiter is the teacher, Venus is the aesthetic, Saturn is the discipline. So what does the Bhava Lord becomes is very, very important. So AL, A5, A9, A10 is a visible Raja Yoga. AL, A2, A11 is a Dana Yoga. A5, A9 combined. Any horoscope has A5, A9 combined. Or A5 combined with Lagna Lord. A5, A9 combined with either 1, 5, 9, 10 lords, or if they combine with themselves. So there are two kinds of yogas. Normal Parasari Yoga. Simple. Take that normal Parasari Yoga, combine it with the Arudha Padas. So you tell me what are the possible yogas? I will leave it here. Tell me what all possible yogas can happen. Tell me. So the 10th Lord can be with A5, A9. Or the A10 can be with the 5th Lord, 9th Lord. Or the 10th Lord going, A10 going sitting the 5th and 9th house. Or it is with an exalted planet. Or it is with two benefic planet. Or it is there with two powerful planet. So just like you see the normal Parasari Yoga, how will you treat a 5th and 9th and 10th Lord? Same way also treat the AL, A5, A9, A10. Where they fall, and in which Bhava they fall, in what combination it sits, will change the normal yoga. Okay. Any doubt so far? Okay, you can mix the AK, AMK aspect also in this.
Sir, one thing I have observed many horoscope, A4 and 8 are in one place in many horoscopes.
A4 and?
A8.
Ah, A8. Okay, okay.
Many horoscope I found that it is in one house only.
What is the effect, sir?
Inheritance of land, sir?
If it is powerful, it is inheritance of land, right? If it is in a good sign, good association, it is going to be inheritance, secret things. Many times I have seen Rahu in the 8th house giving power. Okay, so you can take the AK, MK. I am not going too many into Ardgala, Karakamsa, many other things, only sticking to Brigu rules. So not too much of this. So to sum up, we can say, okay, there is a Graha Arudha exchange, Padalord exchange, and this Nicha Ucha will be there. The Nicha Ucha, where it falls, find out whether this planet's not, a planet is not Ucha Nicha. If the Arudha is Nicha, or Ucha in a particular sign will change the whole thing. I think with all this, I'll have to explain. We'll come to Warren Buffett's horoscope. Oh, now you'll tell me what is the Raja Yogas. Immediately, strikingly, when you see, look at the 9th house. Just look at the 9th house. If you simply analyze it, okay, from the normal horoscope, Mars and Jupiter, what is it? It is Guru Mangala Yoga. Mercury is in the 10th house. That's all. Otherwise, you are now okay. Sun in the 9th house. This is how this does not look like a billionaire's horoscope. Does it look like a billionaire's horoscope? Look at that. It's not Sun in the 9th house alone. A5, A9, A11 with the 9th Lord. Okay, look at this. A4, A10 conjoined in the 10th house. Just see this alone. Only this I want to tell you. Look at this. A5, A9, A11 in the 9th house. Now look at the horoscope now. You got Varga, you got Nakshatra, you got many other aspects to see. D10 will give a very beautiful picture. But the Rasi chart itself will reveal something more. Yes, the Lagna Lord, Jupiter is the Amitya Karaka. In fact, AK is Nietzsche. Yes, Tanvi, tell me.
So, because we are looking at these important people and celebrity horoscopes, I think AL and these things matter more. But for normal people, will it matter so much?
Yes, definitely. Why? In fact, in my other class and thing, I never stopped with Raja Yoga with all health aspects, planets in AL falling in 6, 8, 12, AL, most of the planets 6, 8, 12. I showed you a health manifestation also. Here I'm only stopping with just what I say Raja Yogas. The topic is Raja Yogas. I'm only showing Raja Yogas. Imagine AL falls in 6, 8, 12. It is Nietzsche. It is with Saturn and Rahu, Mars and Ketu. And most of the planets 6, 8, 12 from here. But from the Lagna, it is not like that. But AL is afflicted and planets are 6, 8, 12 from here. The manifestation, it can be that way. Here, see, the biggest hint is AL must be strong. Okay, the AL must be strong. The 5 and 9, 10 lords must be strong. The A5, A9, A10 must fall in powerful signs. Here it is just not Sun, 9th lord and the 9th. It is the A5, A9, A11. This is the biggest Raja Yoga in the horoscope. There are many more. I don't want to confuse you all. One by one, I'm just simple. Just look at Warren Buffett's horoscope. A5, A9, A11, the 9th house. That's all. Okay. Or let's see. This is a Lieutenant General. I think he's still the current Lieutenant General's horoscope. Very, very different horoscope. There are many possible yogas in the horoscope, but when you look at it from the AL aspect, it is totally different. See, Lagna Lord in Lieutenant General of India's horoscope, Lagna Lord in the 12th house. How's that possible? But where is the AL? AL is the 11th house. No, it is not just the AL in the 11th house. The planets in the Lagna. Look at what are the planets in Lagna? Moon, Mercury, and Shukra, right? Okay, Moon is the 12th lord, Mercury is the 2nd and 11th lord, Venus is the 10th lord. Okay, just look at it differently. AL is Mercury, right? Okay, AL Mercury in Lagna. Okay, and what is Moon? Moon is the A2, A4, A8, contains, it is the Paka Lagna. Okay, that Moon in Lagna. Right, and what is Venus? Venus is the A5, A11 lord sitting in Lagna. All the most powerful, what I say, these three lords are holding the most powerful. See, it is the A lord, it is the A5, and it also A2, A5 are sitting in Lagna. It is not chart Moon, Mercury, and Venus. Or, okay, make it more simple. The A lord and Paka Lagna lord are sitting in Lagna. Lieutenant General of India. This is not fame and money. This is position. This is power. Okay. So it does not stop with Simha Lagna with 3 benefics. The planets get an extra portfolio of being the Paka Lagna and the Arudha Lagna, and just see how many 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lordships. The Arudha Lagna lordships are sitting in the Lagna. This has given power. Okay.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, in this horoscope, see the A4 and A8 is in the one side, one house.
yeah.
Sir, it is said that the 8th house is the death house, and A4 is the last right. Means that is why it is coming A4 and A8 last rights we perform in the 4th house, no?
No, not like that. No, it's not like that. See, it is simple. Why? Because, see, I understand very clearly. This A8 only we saw, but if you dissect it clearly, just look at this as a yoga. Who's the 8th lord? It is not Jupiter, the 10th lord. I didn't, so I can go dissect and make it very deep. Okay, where is the 8th lord? In the 10th house, right?
Yes, sir.
No, where is Jupiter? Where's the Jupiter's Arudha? Where it is? It is in Cancer. How? So what is the strength of 8? You must note this. So 8, what is the strength of 8? Exaltation. It is not Jupiter sitting in the 10th. This falls in its exaltation side. Okay.
But I have found, sir, most of the horoscope A4 and 8 coming in the combined only one place only.
I don't know. Let me watch that. Let me look at why it comes, because it depends on the lords.
Huh?
It is okay. Here, see, here 8. Okay, here Mercury is the A8, A4. You said, or A4, A8? No, A4 is Mars. So where is Mars? Mars is in the 11th from itself, and 11th from itself it falls here. See, there is a big secret in Arudha Bhava. How many signs a planet moves from itself is a very big hint. Moving is in 311. It is moving in Kendra, Kona. Actually, the Arudha is going to be same way. And when it moves, again it falls in a good sign. It makes it very, very powerful. Okay, the Arudha can move in 5 and 9, but the Arudha need not, though it falls again trinal, it can fall in 6, 8, 12. Imagine the 5th lord falling in the 9th house, falls in a Kendra Kona, it is a yoga. But if it falls in 6, 8, 12 houses, the yoga is related to 6, 8, 12. Or the yoga is related to 1, 5, 9 houses. So this is another version. I am just focusing each has so many other yogas also. Okay, let's move into, this is Elizabeth Taylor's horoscope. I will, Elizabeth Taylor's horoscope. Now, immediately tell, she is an actress, right? I think everybody knows Elizabeth Taylor, right? In the 60s, she was a very big star. Okay, immediately 2 exaltation planets. It's fantastic. Okay, Shukra is exalted, Jupiter is exalted. But why she shown not like Jupiter? She shown as only Shukra. Okay, Shukra is AK. That's the reason why she was an actress. She's got 2 exaltations. She can either become something like Jupiter or like Shukra. Why she took a Shukra job, not a Jupiter's job?
AL in Taurus.
Simple. AL is Taurus. And where is the AL? Is in the 11th house with Shukra and Rahu. Okay.
Exalted. And with Rahu.
9th house Saturn, Sun, Mars, Venus in the 10th house. What else do you want more? Simple. She is AL exalted in the 11th house. This is a big with Rahu. She is a movie star. Yes, to an extent from the Lagna, it is clear. But again, if you see, the AK is Venus and AMK is Jupiter. If AMK is Jupiter, profession must be Jupiter only, right? But AMK or Jupiter was not Jupiter, it was related to Venus. Why? Why? Because if you miss the AL picture, you are missing the most important. The manifestation is from the AL. So if you take the AL, the picture falls very, very clear. You can see it in any number of horoscopes. Look at from the Arudha Lagna picture, the whole horoscope will fall. Okay, this is actress Sridevi's horoscope. Look at it. Immediately look at the horoscope, A3, A5. For an actress, A3 and A5, 3rd house and 5th house are your talents houses, are sitting in Lagna. A3 and A5 are not just sitting in Lagna, it is with Venus and Sun. And look at a horoscope, her Venus is actually in combustion. Okay, Lagna Lord is in the 11th house, right? Lagna Lord is in the 11th house, exalted. Does it stop with this? See, I only told you all about, okay, Ucha, Nicha, Arudas. Now, where is the Aruda of Moon? Where does it fall? Lagna Lord in the 11th to it falls on, so you see the beauty, it is in the 11th from it, and again it falling 11th. This is a Raja Yoga, planet in the 11th to it, again falling 11th to it, and it falls in a 5, 9, 10 houses, a very big Raja Yoga. And it does not fall in 9th, 11th to it. It is where 9th Lord Jupiter is sitting. And Jupiter is the A9. So AL with A9 and Jupiter sitting out there. Okay. Clear. So the Lagna is strong, the 2 bhavas. Okay, this is the Paka Lagna, and 11th to it is Jupiter. 11th to it, the Paka Lagna. So 1, 11, 11 to it. See, all these connections are there. So the Arudha Lagna it falls in the Bhakya Sthana with the Bhakya Lord, which is the A9 also. So Lagna is strong, 11th is strong, 9th is strong. What more you need? Okay, I should have showed you all charts which looked strong, but because of the Arudha Lagna falling in Nicha 6, 8, 12, will be completely lost. I should have showed you. You all should see in the inverse. Okay, this is very much from how powerful is the bhavas. There are 3 more yogas I will show you. So naturally, the A5, A9, A10 becomes the most important aspects. So these are the same. If they combine with good planets in good sthanas and well associated and well placed from the Lagna, this is a very, very big Raja Yoga. Okay. So these one A5, A9, A10, where it combines a little, a lot. We'll go with examples actually. Okay, look, this is a very interesting horoscope for you to different dimension, different perspectives of it. This is Oprah Winfrey's horoscope. Now you all tell me why she's one of the most popular, talk show expert. Tell me. Immediately, what is the striking thing you see?
A5, A9, A3 and 7th house.
7th house. Okay, no, this not 7th house alone. Now, who's the Lord?
Mercury.
Where is Mercury?
Second from Lagna.
It's in the 2nd house. It's not 4 planets in the 2nd house. Now look at Mercury is the A3, A5, A9. And where is the AL first?
In the 11th from Lagna, exalted with exalted Lagna Lord.
Now look, where is the AL sitting? AL Lord, where is AL Lord sitting?
AL Lord is with Buddha, the
so the AL Lord, A3, A5, A9 in the 2nd house. Okay. What is he famous for? It is not just AK, PK, MK, or a combination of stellium of planets in the 2nd house. 2nd Lord is in the 11th house. Yes, normal way it explains. Okay, but you look at it more, the lordships, if you take A3, A5, A9, and AL Lord is in the 2nd house. And where is Lagna Lord? Lagna Lord Jupiter is in the 6th with the A10. Okay. So if you look at the Arudha combination and see the yoga, the complete picture changes. Or you'll only have to be satisfied with 4 planets in the 11th house and the 2nd Lord in the 11th house. That's why she's famous. And like every other famous, she has a Chandramangala yoga in the 12th house. But if you look at the Arudha is strong. Arudha is in the 11th house. She's a celebrity, right? The Arudha must be strong. Where will the Arudha fall? Arudha falls in the 11th. It is in Parivartana, Rasi Parivartana, right? The 2nd and 11th in Parivartana, and the Arudha Lord and the 2nd Lord are in Parivartana. Yes, Tanvik.
So, sir, here Jupiter is with A10, but in 6th. So why did you say it's very good though?
With A10.
Okay, but house doesn't matter that much.
6th house. What I say? What is 6th house for? See, this is where you have to come out of the chair. 6th house is bad. What is 6th house for? You fight. You combat. There's challenges. What is she doing? There's a talk show. Right? So discussions. Fiery discussions going on. That's her style. And it's Shukra's sign. See, again, look at what is it? Shukra, what is Shukra for her? It is the A10, AL. Shukra is the AL and A10 sitting in the 2nd house. What is her profession? So easy to decode the profession. Shukra is the AL and Shukra is also the A10 and it is combined with Jupiter, the Lagna Lord. A10 with AL with exalted Saturn. AL and A10 Lord sitting in the 2nd house involved in a Parivartana.
So even the A10 and A6 Parivartana is also present, the one which you explained initially.
Yes.
And if she had revealed her life history where she was, I think she was raped when she was very young. So that's the Parivartana or Nichbanga somewhere. operating, I guess, because that also that is one story which she tells how she came out of that depression and started.
You can see Lagna Lord in the 6th house, no?
Yeah. So that's probably one of the implications.
Earlier life was very challenging.
Moon, simple. Where is Moon? No, Moon is a GK sitting in the 12th house. No, I didn't touch about UL. Okay, where is UL? Married life, more than 7th Lord, more than Venus is where the UL sits. I will give you my biggest hint. Just the UL is enough. The 7th house may not reveal. Shukra may not reveal. UL will reveal. Any married horoscope, UL falling in 6, 8, 12, UL combined with malefics will be bad. Where is a UL?
12th house.
12th house with Nicha, Moon and Mars. What happened? No, you tell me what to say, her initial life, whatever it is. What happened? She was raped and all these kind of things. It's all related to what? What is related to what? It is related to UL, right?
Yeah.
So naturally,
very bad experience in that area.
Anybody, when Moon becomes the GK and sitting in the 12th house with the 12th Lord with the UL, you will see what is the experience about. But she had a lot of other Rajayogas also. Moon will, wherever Moon, it happens in the starting period of life. According to Naisir Dasa, it is first 2 years of life. According to another Dasa, it is first 12 years of life.
But in her case, it's
Jupiter
GK
is
and
exalted
DK is
in
also
Arudha.
Yes. And the DK. GK and DK sitting in the 12th house where UL is sitting.
UL is there. So completely gone case in that.
Yeah, I only Rajayogas. I didn't take UL much. But without the UL, so one case you said, so I am telling you the importance of UL also. I'm only taking the importance of AL. UL for married life, relationship, all this UL becomes a very, very important aspect.
But we can say Jupiter in exalted Arudha, sir.
Yes, definitely. Jupiter is in the 6th and in the 8th. And where it is there, when it falls, this Ketu there. Right?
Yes.
So what was she talking about?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, this is actress Angelina Jolie. Now, you all tell me now, what is the yogas in the horoscope? She's an actress. Simple. Immediately look at an actress. What is the main thing? Okay, one thing, Shukra and Lagna are in same degrees in all workers. Okay, but that does not mean actor. There is something else more important. Where AL is in the 5th house. 5th house is for acting, right? Power, acting, celebrity status, fame is 5th. Where is AL? In the 5th house. With whom? With Rahu. So Lagna with Venus and AL with Rahu. Now what will be her life? If Lagna is anybody's horoscope, somebody asks Lagna with Venus and AL with Rahu, what will you say? What I say? It's fame. Then look at the horoscope from AL. What is from AL? See, Moon, Mars, Jupiter in the 9th house of Venus. You look at the complete picture. So this mainly I wanted to tell you AL with Rahu. That is the most important. And it's not A5 falls in the 5th house and A5 falls in Lagna. So that is very, very important. This is an easy horoscope. All the Rajayogas sitting in the 9th house. And it's not just the 9th house from Lagna, it is in the 5th from AL. AL in the 5th and 5th from AL with Chandramangala, Guru Mangala, all the other yogas. Okay. So if you say only from the Lagna, it is 9th house. 9th house is not acting. 9th house is spiritualism, right? Moon, Jupiter must have made her very spiritual. Okay, there is a streak of her being spiritual, all that is different. But it is only more obvious from the AL. It is the 5th from AL. So this is where you complete.
Can we take Nechbanga to AL?
No, that is only Sthanabala, Lagna. Yes, okay. Nietzsche Banga from AL, how you will understand this. See, it reflects. See, finally, how it reflects. The Nietzsche Banga is 2 ways. Understand psychologically. I might still feel Nietzsche. Okay, I let's say a female who's like Diana. No? I'll always look at Diana. Look at Diana. She's very weak, very meek, very a lot of inferiority complex. She doesn't express anything. Okay, this is her nature. There is no Nicha Bhanga from Lagna. But if there is a Nicha Bhanga from A, the world likes it. Okay. The world likes it. So it's a Nicha Bhanga from Arudha. You understand? So it is not what you are. I am still lacking confidence. I am not strong. So that is the Nicha Bhanga from Bhava Lagna. But if the world sees it as an asset, likes it and loves it, it is a Nicha Bhanga from the Arudha Lagna.
Sir, Rahu with Ale, what exactly indicate her personality?
She is a celebrity, sir. Rahu only gives celebrity. All actress Rahu must be strong. There is no actress or actor without Rahu strong. It must be what is it? Aishwarya has Moon, Venus, Rahu. I'll show you a horoscope now. Rahu must be very, very prominent in a actress. There's no Rahu is what is it? Booms and it must be there. Rahu must be a very important planet in a celebrity's chart. Simple. AL in the fifth, and AL is in the fifth from AL. Simple as that. Simple for an acting celebrity fame, 5 must be very strong, right? Power and fame is 5. So fifth house must be very strong. When AL falls in the fifth with Rahu, and the AL is in the fifth from itself, and fifth from AL as Chandramangala, Guru Mangala, what more do you need? Okay, this is another interesting horoscope. Nixon, President Nixon, ex-president of US. Very, very easy horoscope. Look at the horoscope. Tell me. From the Lagna, yes, it is very obvious. But we look at the Arudha, it becomes more obvious. Why is he on the top? So this is where the Arudha becomes very, very important. See, very, very important. Correct. It is not Lagna Lord in the fifth house. The Lagna Lord is in an exalted Arudha in the ninth house. Right? Lagna Lord, or see, that is important. Simha Lagna, Sun in Sagittarius means it will fall in an exalted Arudha. Gemini Sun will have an exalted Arudha. So it is exceptionally, if Sun's, the Lordship of Leo will become boosted, double for anybody who has Sagittarius or Gemini Sun. So again, then now take the Lagna, look at all the planets, where it falls. It's not just falling in the fifth house. All of them are falling in the ninth house. Right? Sun, Mars, Jupiter are not just in the fifth from Lagna, they are in the ninth from Lagna. Most important, what I want to show you is when the Lagna Lord sitting in the ninth in an exalted. A planet might see there are combinations when Lagna Lord is exalted in the ninth. Okay, but what I say, where that Arudha falls matters most important for manifestation. Not the Sthana. You stop with Sthana, you stop it half analysis. Let's say on a combination, somebody has Lagna Lord, Sun here. Okay. Lagna Lord, Sun is here. Here, fifth house, Saturn, Ketu is there. Fifth house, Sagittarius, Saturn, Ketu. Lagna Lord in the ninth house. Now, will he be successful or not? Tell me.
I would say no.
Yeah, because the Arudha is blocking.
Yeah,
right?
Arudha is, yeah.
So in case, let's say he has Mars here, Mars and Jupiter, what happens? Lagna Lord in the fifth and Mars and Jupiter in Sagittarius, what happens?
Then that is supportive because he's with the Yoga Karaka and with the.
So it is very important to complete a picture. It is very, very important to find out where the Arudha of a planet forms. Only then you can complete the picture of the chart. Don't stop it with where the Lord falls. You need to complete it, complete the whole picture. Okay. Okay. Now we will go into 3 important charts. Okay. Okay. Let it be like maybe I selected all particular charts just where these yogas are there. That's why it shows, like Tanmay was asking, maybe for normal people, how will it work? We will do a deeper analysis. I will show you 3 charts where rectification is only possible with Arudha. Okay. This is Queen Elizabeth chart. Okay. Either this Lagna is correct or this Lagna is correct. 1 minute, the Lagna changes. Okay. Now, what is it? Tell me from the, okay, look at the normal aspect and look at the Arudha Lagna aspect and tell me which should be correct. Dhanur Lagna. Dhanur Lagna means Jupiter is Nicha. Where is the Arudha Lagna which will fall? Arudha Lagna will fall in with Venus in the third house. Okay. Or wait. Okay. This is one Lagna. It is Magar Lagna. Where will Saturn fall? It will fall in the 9th house. Right. Now, which will be correct? Is Kumbha or Arudha, or what I say is Virgo will be a Arudha. For a queen, which is more correct?
Capricorn.
See, what is the problem is Capricorn, if Arudha falls in the 9th, where is the Arudha Lagna? Where is Mercury?
Nicha. Is it Nicha? Yeah.
So can a queen have a Nicha Arudha? Or it is described with Arudha falling with Venus. Arudha Lagna will fall in Venus sign, and the Arudha Lagna will fall in 10th from itself. Is better explained. Tell me. Which is better?
This one correct.
You mean the wealth is there?
You see, we have many other yogas. I'm not going to just check the Arudha Lagna alone. If you want to rectify a chart, when you go, just check the Arudha Lagna chart is enough to tell you what should be the Lagna.
Sir, A5's dispositor is in AL. Shukra,
Yes,
A5 dispositor is in AL, so that makes more sense.
More sense, yes. So naturally, she's being a queen. What I say, naturally, the AL must be very important, right? She's projected as whatever she is basic, we don't know. She's projected as a queen. So the AL becomes very important. So she cannot have a Nicha AL. Naturally, AL with a planet and Saturn is in 10th from the AL makes it very, very important, right? Okay, let's see one more horoscope. This is Swami Vivekananda's horoscope. Again, few minutes. Many people, or many celebrities, take astrologers, take it as Dhanur Lagna. Given Lagna, they have taken it. Now it can also be this Lagna or this Lagna. Okay, many arguments can be there for this. In the normal horoscope, we can say. But even in this, say Arudha falls in the 9th house. Now you will see both ways, and you all tell me what should be correct. Now, is this correct? Tell me first, before we go. Arudha falling in the 9th house, and who's the 9th lord? Sun is in the 9th lord, sitting in Lagna.
The Lagna.
Okay, is this correct? Arudha Lagna is correct?
Yeah.
Does it match?
This looks correct. This seems so.
Okay, let's see. Now tell me this. If within 2-3 minutes he moves to Capricorn Lagna. Now where it falls? Where is the Lagna? Where is the Lagna Lord falling? Lagna Lord falling in the 9th house. Okay, with Moon. And where is the Arudha Lagna falling? It falls in Taurus with Ketu. With Ketu. And where is the Arudha Lagna falling?
In the Lagna.
In the 9th from itself.
9th from itself.
Arudha Lagna is with A9 with Ketu, and Arudha Lagna falling in 9th from itself with Venus. He's a singer, he's a musician.
Okay.
Now tell me which is correct.
This seems correct, sir. The Capricorn Lagna seems correct, especially from what we know.
He's a sannyasi with Arudha Lagna with Ketu.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Falling in Taurus, he was a singer and musician. See, if we only looked at it from the normal analysis, we could have confused you. But when you take the Arudha Lagna, it becomes so easy. Right?
Yeah. And also in Rohini as well. So music element comes there as well.
Yeah.
Ketu in Arudha Lagna, Ketu in Rohini with A3 and A9. Yeah.
It is Lagna Lord in the 9th. 9th Lord with Ketu. The Arudha Lagna Lord again in the 9th. See how many 9s is coming. And this is a very big hint. Arudha Lagna Lord with Ketu sannyasi. I'll show you how many spiritual people, when the Arudha Lagna Lord conjoins with Ketu, what happens. And especially when the Arudha Lagna is 9th from itself. It can either be spiritual or it can be big Bhakya. So I will show you one more interesting horoscope. This Aishwarya Rai's horoscope. This is not, others all only 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This is 720 and 410. Two different gives these two Lagnas. I was always confused. Starting, I thought because Sanjay Rath had given this particular details, I was taking this details. But okay, we can normal Parasari rules we can do. Now I will see it makes it so obvious when you we'll find out which is correct just using Arudha Lagna. Now tell me if this if the Arudha Lagna suits this. Tell me the horoscope. If this is the normal first horoscope, which is let's find out about her. Okay, she is Kanya Lagna. So Mercury is in the 3rd house. Arudha Lagna falls in the 5th house. Okay, how apt is this? Tell me.
Is that Jupiter there, sir, in the 5th?
Yes, Nietzsche Jupiter and with
debilitated Jupiter.
Jupiter, it is there.
The real Lord is with Ketu, and this doesn't make sense for us celebrity heroines.
In the 6th house, also. Now
Yeah,
there's another one given by Astro Sage. This is the details given.
Okay.
No,
Arudha in the 5th as well. Surya in the Arudha Lord in 5th.
A3 so
Sir,
that
5
makes sense.
and 5 comes into picture now. So this makes more sense.
See the planets now. Moon, Venus, Rahu in the 11th house. Okay, Mercury in the 10th house. Sun in the 9th house. And Arudha Lord in the 5th with Ketu. She's very spiritual actually.
So 5th and 5th from 5th makes sense. Arudha Lagna Lord in the 5th. Lagna Lord in,
See, we did not use normal analysis. Okay, we just use Arudha analysis. The chart becomes so obvious to fix the Lagna, not from the normal Lagna. The Arudha Lagna make it more easier. Now you see, for rectification, if I move the Arudha Lagna and check, the chart becomes so easy for a sannyasi or for a queen or for an actress or a Miss World. Now you see the importance of Arudha Lagna.
So, and here AL and A5 are in exchange. Actually.
Yes, yeah. Many yogas I have not covered. Many aspects are there. In fact, Shukra is A10. A10 and A5 sitting in 11th house. Okay. So it is Moon, Venus, Rahu sitting down
together. Sir?
Yeah.
For Simha Lagna also it may work, right?
No. This only these two are given. Many authorities have given it as Kanya Lagna or Tula Lagna. We should not look at every 12 other Lagnas. No. Astro Sage and many others have given it and say this is correct. Then some other celebrities have given it as Kanya. So I was always confused. Many of my class first I took because many of the top astrologers have taken it and given it as Kanya Lagna. So I took it. But then I was looking at it didn't match for many other aspects. It didn't match. But for this it matches. Okay, I'll tell you one more reason why it matches.
Sir, Lagna Lord with Rahu as well.
Yes. No, she became Miss World in why this Lagna will suit. I will tell you one more reason. She became Miss World in Moon
94.
Mercury. In Moon Mercury. Okay. In Moon Mercury, she became. So when I put this Lagna and check the D10, Moon Mercury sits in D10 Lagna. Okay. Moon and Mercury in D10 Lagna. So naturally, what I say, a planet in D10 Lagna will give you the fullest manifestation. So this Lagna, I knew was correct.
So from here it's 212, right? Moon Mercury.
Yeah, 12 or what I say, you can look at it from AL. Moon is in the 11th. Mercury is in the 9th house, right? And Mercury is the where is the AL Lord sitting?
11 and 10.
It is in 10 and 11. So naturally 10th will give you the highest glory, right? From the AL.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The 11th house, see Moon, Venus, Rahu. This is I think it's called some special yoga. Moon, Venus, a Shakti yoga, something is given. It is with the A11 also.
Sir, Moon Venus itself for any beauty related question. Moon Venus combination is
Moon Venus with Rahu.
Rahu is like worldwide.
Thousands fields it will go.
Yeah.
Moon Venus is good, but it takes you to a level, which unimaginable level is where Rahu will take you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You had explained that for any worldwide fame, Rahu is required.
A planet with Rahu, the good or the bad, it will manifest 1,000 folds. It can manifest the bad also. It can manifest whatever is which house Bhava it is. Rahu will manifest that multifold level. If it is in 6, 8, 12, it will manifest that 6, 8, 12. Very, very bad. You're in jail. You're in torture camp, everything. That also can happen. But if it is in a nice house, all earning in 100 crores, 200 crores, 500 crores, is only Rahu will give you. None of your Raja Yogas will give you 100, 500 crores. Rahu must be there. Only Rahu will, we can talk of thousands of crores. Somebody who earning in 100 and 500, politicians and actors, no? Rahu must be there. Normal Raja Yogas all will not. Rahu must be there.
Sir, one horoscope I seen the Moon, Venus, and Rahu in the 11th house.
Tom Cruise is Tula Lagna with Moon, Venus, Rahu in the 10th house. So it's common, very, very common for Moon, Venus, Rahu to give in a right house with the right Arudha Bhavas. This can happen. So then, okay, so this is, I've just explained to you all how important is Arudha, how Arudha Padas, even in rectification of a horoscope. The horoscope will give you the right picture only if you analyze from the Arudha Padas. So just the Lagna alone can be misleading. But if you look at from the Arudha Lagna, the whole horoscope changes. So this is where how we understand Arudha Lagna and Arudha Padas. Then comes the timing aspects. It's very important timing. This timing, there are three. It's not Vimshotri, it is not transit. There is something called progression there. All of them progress. So how they progress, conjoined with Vimshotri and with transit, destroy or the synergy of all these three. So first, we have understood the promise of the horoscope. Now, how, when will it deliver? This is in the Bhrigu Dasa. So the whole thing is, the sealed envelope is the promise, the trigger, the double confirmation, the final scene, the transit, the Vimshotri, and the progression will give you where it triggers. And it combines with Vimshotri and transit, there is a. So first we analyze the chart with the yogas, and then when we take the Bhrigu Dasa, this, you cannot take it only with the Dasa. Any Dasa, you have to take progression, Dasa and transit. Only combined together, anything will give a result. In fact, our Nakshatra Dasa itself is a progression only. Many people think a Dasa is not a progression. Dasa by itself is a progression only. Okay, so this is what the whole thing is. So anybody has any doubts, you can ask.
Sir, one comment on that Aishwarya Rai thing. On her Upapada Lagna had Jupiter, but the marital life seems not so stable though.
No, wait, 1 second. Where is it?
Second from Upapada Lagna matters, no, sir?
No, wait, yeah. This is the chart, right? Okay, this is the chart. Where is Upapada?
Capricorn.
Where, how is it?
I mean, I think he's telling because there is Nicha Guru in
Lord anyway, sir.
No, yeah. Look at this. See, look at this Upapada. Tell me the difference between both Upapadas. In this, where is Upapada? It is with Moon, Venus, Rahu. Okay.
Yeah.
For marriage life, this means with Saturn and Upapada is judged. Where is Upapada? And the 7th and 8th from Upapada is judged. There's Saturn, Ketu, and the 7th from Upapada. Right? In this, look at the Upapada. Upapada, I'm not saying it is strong. It is with Nisha Jupiter. Okay, this is lesser in affliction compared to the previous. That is very, very bad. The marriage life couldn't have survived. Here, at least he's happy or not, somewhere, I think it is not fully broken. Right?
Yes. Eighth house from Upapada Lagna is free from afflictions.
1, 2, 7, 8 from Upapada is very, very important, especially the Upapada where it falls, association and strength of the sign lord matters a lot. Yes, Renu. Now you don't put your hands, all of you can speak.
Okay, sorry. My question was, so I've, in my family, one of my cousins, she is Aries Lagna with Mars and Venus in the 12th house.
Okay, Mars and Venus in the 12th house.
She has a Nicha Jupiter.
Okay.
So her UL goes to 8th house.
Right.
With Saturn sitting there. Same mind. So now she's running Saturn Dasha. And all of a sudden, now she's 20 years into marriage and she's getting a divorce now.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah, so my question was, does this apply to I mean, since it activates the UL, so Saturn in Vimshotri Dasha can give you this problem, because otherwise you can't really make out, because
See, not the Dasha alone. See the sign. Okay, so a planet transiting on the UL or aspect in the UL, the sign Lord, any one of them. Most important, more than this, if there is a planet, the planet becomes very important. If there is no, mass will become very important.
okay.
Now, because a planet is there, a planet becomes very important. Now, any malefics transiting, what I say, where is the UL? 8th house, you said, right?
Yeah.
Scorpio. So any planet transiting UP or trying to it can bad. Now she's already running Saturn Dasha. Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
Saturn Dasha.
See, UL in 8th house itself is very bad.
Mm.
Okay, added with a malefic, like UL with Saturn, what does it mean? In Mars's house with Saturn means lackluster in the married life from the beginning.
Mm.
So it already must have been. Now the Dasa comes, now it becomes very, very.
Yeah.
I've seen many horoscopes. 7th house will be nice, Shukra will be nice, the UL and all will be completely destroyed. That will reflect more than anything.
No, because 20 years now, so it comes as a surprise. Okay,
yes.
4 or 5 years is.
Saturn, that's the reason Saturn activates late, not immediately.
But sir, if this was not like Saturn here is in an inimical sign.
So maybe her Venus is exalted, right? Lagna Lord Venus to an extent that was supporting for her. Though the disposed Jupiter is Nietzsche. Again, it's not only the 7th Lord in marriage or anything. The 5 and 9 Lords are very important. A marriage breaks if the 5 and 9 is also not supporting. Jupiter, the Dharma is also let go. So she has a Jupiter. So to an extent, exalted Jupiter was stretching the marriage.
No, debilitated.
No, Venus. No, Venus is exalted. No.
Yeah.
So that was to an extent 7th Lord exalted, but in the 12th house. There was a married life in a far off place.
So she's in Dubai, and the boy was from Bombay, and he came here and stayed.
Okay.
It's in a planetary war.
Lagna Lord and 7th Lord in the 12th
in a
house.
planet,
So
1 degree difference.
Married life in a far off place.
So she didn't go, he came.
See, 9th Lord, debilitated.
So
there's no protection, right? Though it is Nisha Banga in a Kendra, to an extent it's supported. But UL is in the 8th house. So the moment the UL related Dasa starts, it's break.
So that's what my question was, that because UL has Saturn, it activates
neither Mars, neither Jupiter or neither Venus never gave. Moment Saturn, if you take Saturn, what is Saturn? Saturn is the 9th, 10th, and 11th Lord in the 8th house. Why she must break marriage? Tell me.
Anyways, you thought that 8th house has to do with the longevity of marriage. It's in an inimical sign.
It is second to the 7th house, no?
Yeah.
But actually, Saturn in the 8th by itself will not break marriage.
It'll be dull, or maybe
it'll be dull. But it is with UL. That is
UL.
That is the main reason.
Now, since you mentioned, I was thinking mentally. So
yeah, very, very important. I always seen many marriages, UL becomes the most. See, that is the reason. It's not UL, the Arudha Pada. If UL can be what defined more than the 7th Lord and Venus means, the Arudha Pada is what defines, what completely completes the picture of the Bhava Lord. It's not the Bhava, not the Bhava Lord. It is the Arudha which completes the picture, either a yoga or in a negative manner. Today, I just showed you the positive Raja Yogas. There are different aspects of negativity also. Why a person dies, accidents, major diseases, everything can also be seen from the Arudha Padas.
Sir, but let's say if in her case, maybe it's in the 12th house, in a planetary war, she has Moon Ketu in the 7th, so somewhere it was there.
Yes,
but let's say a person...
But when the Dasa comes, it fully, that is what dominates totally, right? If she has not got Saturn Dasa, a lackluster marriage would have continued.
But if somebody's 7th house, sir, if somebody's 7th house was good, not so bad, and well placed from Lagna Lord, and then they get a UL Dasha with such a, will we still say the same thing?
It will not separate. They'll have a lot of problems fighting every day, but the marriage won't separate.
Okay.
It is supported, but the fighting will become very, very much, very, very heavy. The only thing, because 7th house, it's not the 7th house. 5, 9 Jupiter is very important. If Jupiter is sitting in a well place, it'll see the dharmas not broken.
Now, though, I feel everybody's dharma is broken. Jupiter is ever.
In Prime Minister horoscope, somebody takes Libra ascendant, somebody take Scorpio ascendant. Here got a horoscope. Can you BTR you can make?
I'll take it for class.
Huh?
No, that we'll take it for class.
Okay.
Because manually we'll have to check if it is Libra or if it is that. We'll take. I have few more charts also, important charts. Yeah. Okay. Any other doubts? You would tell me.
Sir, I have a question on next week's class, which is
sure.
Actually, I have something else around the same time. So will that class be recorded and available later on? If we
always all the classes are recorded and given. No, the PPT and the recordings will always be available.
Will be shared later on. Okay.
Yeah, naturally.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
So here the class is going to be what you say. Yes, I'll be telling little more. I've not covered everything on the Ardha. Something else more on the lordships. It's still missing. So there's one more layer is still missing. In the class, I'll talk about the lordships of the Ardha, how important it becomes. And the trigger, very important, is the timing. Okay, whatever the promise, it just happened. Or I say, when will it happen? It's not the Vimshotri and transit. There is a trigger which happens in progression. So that is the manifestation of the Pada Lords. First, we saw how important is the Pada Lord for even what is it defining the chart, married life or yoga or Raja Yoga. But when will it manifest? It's very important. When does it manifest? And it's not just Vimshotri alone. There is something called progression. Only after you understand progression, then comes Vimshotri, then comes transit. There are different types of progression. Some are progression, some are not just progression, some are just cycles. Paryaya. You should not get confused between Paryaya, cycles, and progression. Progression is totally different. And this progression is something inbuilt with what I say, activation years, maturity years, Hilaja. Okay. Each planet manifests itself in certain years. So this is like, it's not progression. It is something like it progresses in a bhava and its maturity happens at the same time. This is a speciality of Brahma. Each planet just not progresses. It activates itself in each bhava so many years. And what I say, like example, the fourth progression of Mars, which is supposed to give you Rajyoga. The third, so each progression is supposed to give a Raj. Many other are there. Many secrets are there. You know, the Birgu Paryaya is a cycle. That's a different matter. This is the Birgu is two layers. One is the Birgu Paryaya, the Birgu progression. Two things are there. It's like the two eyes of the horoscope in prediction. Yesterday, I put what is a Saturn progression, no? Agastya Dasa. It's a Nadi Dasa. Yesterday, you all read the thing? Saturn progress, Saturn Dasa, Karma Dasa, Agastya's Karma Dasa.
On Shani Jayanti, you posted, sir. I have not yet read, but I have it. I'm yet to read that. Yeah.
That's an excellent method to find out what karma will manifest in your life. It's like a karma dasa. Each 12 years is one karma which will manifest depending on where the position is. So again, that's all different layers. There is bhava dasa. But here, this very, very important and prediction method is Birgu Paryaya. Birgu Paryaya does not take Vimshotri. Here in Birgu Pada dasa, first layer, what I say, you take the promise of the horoscope. Once the promise is decided, when it triggers, when it fires. Okay, with progression, with dasa, with transit together. This is completing an analysis correctly. Or it's all off. We just saw how the Lagna itself, what I say, Arudha Lagna comes, what I say, you can even rectify a chart with it. Now, what I say, what is the timing? How does it time? What is the timing? It's not a Vimshotri. Prior to Vimshotri, there is something you must understand. There is something called maturity. There's something called, what I say, when a planet is ready to give you where it progresses in a bhava. Then when the Vimshotri coincide and transit coincide, it ripens and manifests. If you do not understand the layer, it is incomplete.
Yeah. Sir, one request, sir. For the class, can you get the KFC's owner? I think some Sanders is his name, because he had a very late success. Like after his retirement, I think around 68 or 69, he started KFC, and by 74ish, he was a billionaire. So
Sure. Yeah,
because
What's
because
his name?
I'll send you the name, sir, either on your Facebook, this thing. Some Sanders is his name. KFC's founder. If we Google, we'll get his name.
I think I have it.
Okay. Because his was a very normal chef life till 60 or 68. And after that, his boom started. So probably explaining that with the Brigu cycles and this thing will be a great example.
So Darshanji, I have studied this chart, and since I'm a good BNN practitioner, he has empty trines, which show that you will.
That is called
blocking. Show that
blocking.
Bhagya Chakra. So he got late this thing, fame, money, fame, and everything. You can check that Sutra of Mind. The video is there on the YouTube.
Okay, ma'am. I'll definitely check.
There are many,
Call Sanders, yeah.
Yes.
We will
I'm not explaining that chart, but I'm explaining this thing, how you can go about it. So he was one person. There were one gap owner also, same thing. So many other people after 50, after 60.
There is a Nadi role called blocked Bhagya.
Blocked Bhagya Chakra.
Okay, ma'am. I'll go through it. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any doubts? So I think they have got the concept how important is Arudhas, right? So many missing links will fall into place. The other missing links in timing.
So can we take one or two cases of Prashna in this, for example, because most of the times the external manifestation itself is which matters as well.
It's very important. In fact, there are a lot to speak. I thought many people ask me, can Arudhas be used in Varka charts? Is it only sitting to D1 chart? It be used in Prasna. Okay. Many things. Prasna definitely can be used. It is incomplete if you do not use Arudhas and Prasna. That is a complete picture, right?
True. So
how much it is used in transit? How important is Arudhas in transit? In traditional astrology, it is not predicted on planets. If it is only based on transit, it is from Arudhas. When Jupiter transits in trine from your A7 or UL, and when there is no other blocks, marriage happens.
Very nice.
It's not in 7th from moon, or it is 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 from moon. It must connect with the A7. It's more powerful than the Venus or the 7th. So the A7 and UL becomes very important for marriage.
But what the role if any planet plays well from the AL?
From the AL, its manifestation becomes very less. See, one thing, don't confuse. From the AL, take the planets. Don't analyze the Arudha lords from the AL. Okay.
No, planets only.
Planets, 12th from AL, the manifestation is very less. You can't manifest it from your place. Maybe you can manifest, but strongly placed from AL in the 12th house, it will happen very, very far away from your place. Or I know a particular case when a very strong yoga karaga is in the 12th from AL. She's a dubbing artist. Nobody knows her, but she is one of the top dubbing artists. So her face is never shown, right? She's not, many people are there, when their faces are never shown. Most of the artists, they are the backbone of the thing. They earn the money, everything. But in fact, I wanted to add about an actor. How important is an actor? Actor is the Arudha Pada, right? But who's the key role of the movie? The director, producer, right? So what would you say? The producer is the Lagna. And the director is the Lagna Lord. And the hero is the Arudha Lagna. Now, who is important? Tell me. Yes, everything is done by the director. The producer gives the money, but the world sees who?
Actor.
Actor only. How good is a director? How is the producer? Nobody's worried. In fact, he only teaches and does everything, and only he is the actual hero. But what is delivered, right, is the actor. So if you can give him an action scene, the hero is the Arudha Lagna.
So then what will you say about Aditya Dhar? He's become more famous than the actors and everyone, no?
Who, ma'am?
Aditya Dhar, Dhurandhar director.
Let's say if both of them combine together. There is a case when all three can be very strong, right, ma'am? On all in mutual aspect or association.
Yeah,
then there are people when the actor is also the producer or actor is also the director, right?
He's not an actor.
No, it could be all three are very strong.
Correct.
When exceptionally very strong.
I don't know the sudden this thing.
No, it can be extremely very strong. All three and all three connected. In rare cases, all three can be very connected. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sir, about Darshanji asked about this application of Arudha in the Prashna. So I will be aware about it. The Sanjana tradition, they have this Prashna Arudha. So they'll ask for a number and then dividing it and finding the Prashna Arudha and the Navamsha and also the secret Prashna. So that also I have used, sir.
No, that is, see, that Arudha is a different Arudha. Name is different, right? But here, what they are asking is, when you're asking a question, the Lagna is there. So the Lagna is the question. Now, what upon the Arudha of the Lagna?
But they also use the same analysis from the Arudha Lagna, sir.
Yeah, that is part of it. No, there is some other Arudas also, no? In Gemini,
they have the secret Prashna Arudha.
Then we ask a number or the name, the starting Lagna becomes the Arudha.
Yes,
but here, the Lagna Lord itself, where it reflects, becomes the Arudha Lagna also.
So, but I have tried from the regular Arudha Lagna also, sir. I mean, implementing that.
So definitely both are very
and actually,
important.
Jamakula has reduced that burden because the Arudha, Jamakula, Arudha exactly tells what is the hidden matter, Kavipu and all those things. But it is more or less the same.
It's very important. See, this is the big secret where astrology has not looked at the Arudha Padas. If you do not take Arudha Padas, the analysis is totally incomplete. So it becomes very important. That is one layer, and then the timing layer. Now, when all of them actually functions, becomes very, very important.
And their analysis, what they call as a Raja Jyotisha. So based on everything is on the Arudha now, sir.
Definitely. That's all there, no? Definitely. The tradition, I've seen traditional astrologers, old astrologers, when they go, they will never look at the planetary position. They'll only look at where is Arudha Lagna. Either in the Prashna or the horoscope. Where is the Arudha Padas. I was seeing one old guy, 90 years, he was giving prediction. He just said, Jupiter is coming on your A7, you'll get married. It was in the 8th house. Jupiter is coming 12th from the moon, 8th from Lagna, but A7 is coming. He said, and it happened. I will get more. Arudha Padas is more important. We are simply sitting and saying from the moon, from the Lagna, from the planet, but he forgot about the Arudha. That made me, okay, dig deep. Okay, so important secrets. It's all there in tradition. It's not there in books. But tradition, always they cover word by mouth. This is always practice. Any old traditional astrologist, Arudha, very simple secrets, no big complications, no Varga charts also. Just the transit, this itself is there. If you know how to decode just the Arudha itself, so much of, we know so much, but then we cannot make a prediction. Right? We know Varga charts, we know D60, we know Argalas, we know all these, but then we fumble with predictions. So some basic foundational secrets, if you know correctly, then this is where the secret of correct predictions is there. Yeah. Yes.
Sir, Arishtas and all also we will cover, like
in the sense?
This Raj Yoga is okay, but in normal, like Arishtas, any
see, in this class, see what happens. I've covered this fully. So in the class, I will add one more layer of one more layer. Some missing layers are there where when it comes to progression. So that aspect I will cover. Most important will be the timing part. So that will itself will be how to understand something else is with this. This must be added to. Whether you will understand the pathas better. And from there,
negative events, I mean, disease and everything.
I'll because I never covered, I'll add those aspects. So okay, Raja Yoga I covered. So I think I will not take Raja Yoga in class. I will take negative. I'll introduce the pathas with the negative events. And some other important aspects is there. I will add up the tops. That will complete the Arudha pathas. I will complete that. And then it's most important, it's not that. When it triggers is most important. What triggers? It is a whole huge thing. How it triggers is very important.
With the transit, you mean?
See, transit is just the final layer. Vimshotri is just a double confirmation. If there is no promise, then where is the question of confirmation? Confirmation only comes if there is a promise, right? So something must be promised, and then the Vimshotri will confirm, and the triple confirmation is transit. So you can't go to transit without the double confirmation or with the promise. There are 3 layers. There is the promise, there is a double confirmation, and the final layer is the transit. So you cannot leave everything, go to the transit. The Vimshotri comes. When Vimshotri will not work if the progression is not. So it's a 3-level layer. If you simply jump to the transit or if you simply jump to Vimshotri without looking at the promise and what is there in progression, so then the whole picture will not be clear.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Sir, today's session is very nice, sir.
Thank you. Especially from you, it reveals a complete different layer. Like you're a very senior astrologer. So to come from you, I'm very happy to hear. Yes, anybody else? Anything else?
The classes will happen every Sunday?
No, it's one class only, no?
Okay, yes, sir. So it is in the Sunday.
This coming Sunday, 11 to most probably, let's say, I'll finish it in 5 hours.
Okay.
I could have stretched it. It's a huge topic, 3 hours. So anyway, I took the opportunity to explain the Arudha pathas quite big. So I will not be taking too detailed in the class. I'll take the missing layers as an introduction of the missing layers of Arudha pathas, and then immediately go into the progression and the predictive layer in the class.
Okay. So everybody please subscribe to the channel VVNAS and also reach out to Shikha ma'am for the session next week to please enroll for the session. It's on 24th. Please enroll ASAP.
Anybody else? Any doubts?
Sir, just help us out with the dasha also, where we can see.
In the sense?
The progression.
Yeah. It will come together.
No, I mean any app or something you suggest.
For
the progress, the Bhrigu Pada Dasha.
I've done a software, don't worry.
Okay.
In fact, it does not come.
Should put on iPhone, sir.
Yeah, for iPhone also. In fact, I thought of not giving it alone. I have 9 other dasas with it. I have the Karma Dasa, I have Naisirgaka Dasa, and Bhrigu Paryaya, and Bhava Dasa. So 9 other dasas comes with the software. That's right.
Then you have to teach us also.
You'll be covering these dashas, sir, I presume, in future.
Next class I will be there. So I thought it's very small. Only giving you one single software will not be good. So the whole other 9 softwares I have to give you a little better.
But in future classes or sessions.
Next class. I will cover one in one session, or 2 classes of all the other dasas I can cover.
Wonderful.
But see, I started like taking 4 dasas only. But then this Bhrigu Paryaya was so huge, so big. Without teaching this, if I teach that, ma'am has already taught Bhrigu Paryaya. This part was very little told. Others all little small dasas. Naisirgaka Dasa, there's 3 layers of Bhavadasa, there is one. There is then moon's progression, forward and backward progression of moon. You know, there's a forward and backward progression of moon. Moon progresses forward and backward at the same time. This is a Nadi concept. Every year, moon progresses forward and backward. There is a concept. So there is 9 other Bhrigu Dasa itself available. But there is all small concepts, not very, within after 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I can learn. But this will take a full time. Bhrigu will take a full complete time. So the 2 things is Bhrigu Paryaya is very important. And then will be Bhrigu Pada Dasa. And with other dasas as a support. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other doubts? Wait, this will be like this.
Sir, I have got one clarification regarding one question I have asked you, why A4 and 8 is combined. I will write one note and send through Shikha madam to you, sir.
Yeah. I also look for it. What is it?
Yes.
Let's check. Let's A4 and A8 are always combined. Let me have a look at it.
I have one clarification I have got that I will write it and send.
Sure, definitely. I'll have a look at it. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other doubts? Yes, Shukraj.
So thank you, sir. Again, brilliant session, and I think it is a teaser for the. I mean, it was more than a teaser, to be honest, because I think everybody is going to go back to their pet horoscopes and try to reread them. But I think this is a good run-up to the session next week. So thank you very much for taking out the time to address us. And I will encourage everybody, please do enroll for the class. If this one is, I mean, we've learned so much of something we all probably never looked at in the past. So you can kind of guess what's in store for us on the 24th. So encourage everybody to enroll, and once again say thank you. Namaskaram, pranam.
Namaskar.
For a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Arjun.
I'm stopping the recording.
Thank you, sir. Look forward to the class. Thank you.